Good evening, degenerates. I realized that I'm streaming with the wrong date. That's pretty common. Lovely. Lovely. Well, streaming with the wrong date on YouTube. It's all right. I'll change it later. It's not the end of the world. How's everybody doing this fine evening? Well, it's evening here. Um, I love it. My neighbor decided he wanted to mow his yard right before I started streaming. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But that's okay. It's not the end of the world. So just kind of sitting around doing my thing. Lovely. I love that. Get in a huge hurry to get all my ducks in a row, and I always skip some step. You know what? I should probably just stop putting the date on my titles, and then it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, what's up, Ash? Nice of you to show up to our hour. I did. There I go again, saying hour. Well, you can be part owner. How's that? You're here. We can be plural. You know what I mean? we're we're all just trying to get along, get our lives, do the thing. I'm just here trying to keep my cigar going. It's interesting. Hey, so I have some current event bullshit to get out of the way. It's like it's been long enough to say bullshit, right? We're 4 minutes in, right? It doesn't matter. YouTube doesn't. I don't care. Makes me no difference. But dig this. So, oh look, my browser doesn't work. I love when my browser doesn't work. We're gonna have to fix this. Like I said, it's always something about around here. Let's see. Ding. Oh, all right. So here we go. In Tokyo, well, I think it was in Tokyo. Uh, this giant pipe just started rising out of the ground. That's weird. It's like 30 feet. It just comes up out of the ground overnight. Uh, don't think anybody knows. That's weird in Osaka. AP Tokyo's reporting it. But yeah, well, hey, you know what? We should hope for the chat to be a little bit faster. I wonder if it's on my end because I know you probably posted that. Yeah, it was over a minute ago, wasn't it? Anyway, it's laggy. If I really cared, I would have those open in another screen, but I'm horribly lazy. So, but it is what it is. But as I was saying, this pipe, you can see it right here in the screen. It is just like 30 feet in the air out of the blue overnight. It's weird. I don't know. There's somebody said something about it was Godzilla's snorkel or something, but yeah, it was a retaining. Oh no, I don't want to join AP. Shut up. So I think that was crazy. I just look for yeah, they're not. Don't get me started on. I should have known. Should have known. Yeah, I don't do that stuff. I'm too old for whatever that is. I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna say we didn't have like anime and Japanese stuff when I was a kid. I mean, like I said, I think we talked about this before. I had Voltron and Battle of the Planets and all this. Those was freaking Speed Racer. I mean, that was what, the 70s, 80s. I don't know, but that was all Japanese animation. But in American news, dig this. Apparently, there have been several Bigfoot sightings in Ohio, in Portage County. Oh, big monsters like Guts. Well, that's definitely before my time. I just didn't know what they were called because I'm not really a Godzilla guy. I'm really not. It's just, yes, there's people in foam rubber suits stomping on miniatures. I don't know. Of course, it's Ohio. Yes, but yeah. Well, what it is, see, all of the chemicals from the train have created Bigfoot. Big feet. What's the plural of Bigfoot? Is it big feet or big foots? I think it's big feet. It would be big feet, wouldn't it? That's a question for the ages. But yeah, apparently they've had a bunch in several days. Um, I don't know. That's a very strange thing to see. A 10-foot Sasquatch they saw. And it was grunting at them, and it turned its head, its shoulders, not the neck, which is an important detail. Um, it's probably because it's somebody in a suit. If I was to guess, somebody in like a gorilla suit is walking around, uh, screwing with people in Ohio, and they're all falling for it. I who knows? Who knows? Yeah, yeah. There was a Bigfoot festival in Gatlinburg. Well, you know what? People have been talking about Bigfoot um, for quite some time, and I think it was before all the toxic waste was a thing. I mean, it's like that whole thing. You know that the entire basis for SpongeBob is the fact that all those creatures are because of all the fallout from the Bikini Atoll where they were testing the nuclear weapons. That's not kidding. Look it up. Like all that stuff exists because of that. Um, yeah, at least that's what I've heard, allegedly. Um, so we released the JD Delay episode. No, yeah, no, I've not watched Lore Lodge, um, but I have heard of them, and I know they're on Pepperbox now, so I can. watch them whenever I get an opportunity to watch. I've got so many other things that I would rather be doing. I'm behind on everything. I'm 3 weeks behind on unsub. I have so many kind of consensuals to watch. I don't even know how many I'm behind on. Uh, it's I don't know what to do. I'm telling you, I only get to watch the short. People who do like 20, 30, 40 minute episodes, I can watch those because I have that much time that I can just set aside, come out here, smoke a cigar or something, and that's it. But the 2 hour things, man, I just I can't do it, man. So the alleged mountain people, are you talking about the like a Bigfoot thing? Are you talking about the thing with the what was it, the movie Wrong Turn, where you got all the people that are so inbred that they're all insane and they kill people and take their stuff, and is it that kind of mountain people? Or the people who have were blue like Smurfs because they inbred and they had some recessed gene that made them blue. Is it that thing, or are you talking about like a Bigfoot mountain people? Which one is it? Now I know most of all the 5 people that watch this. I know you guys have heard about the blue people, the Smurf people, right? Yes. Please tell me you've heard about this. Oh, hold on. This is some weird stuff. Uh, no, not in the Blue Mountains. Uh, the Fugates or Fugates from Kentucky. That's it. So there's a Wikipedia article um, that exists about, and I don't honestly know how to pronounce that. It could be Fugate, could be Fugate. I don't know. They're from Kentucky, so you know. Um, but yeah, you look. They 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 had blue skin, and it was interesting. They have a depiction. This isn't an actual picture of them because I don't know that anybody actually got a picture of this family, but they do have um, people that had a gene. I don't. It's interesting. I think that's weird. People that get up in the mountains and they have a little community and nobody from the outside intermingles. That genetics is a weird thing, man. It's. I mean, you got deaf Dalmatians, and I mean, oh, we had a Dalmatian when I was a kid. It was the dumbest animal I ever saw in my entire life. Inbreeding's bad. Don't do it. Yeah, I don't see. I'm lazy. I don't want to go look it up. That's the thing. That's as good as it gets right there. As I went and looked that up right on Wikipedia. I asked Grok about it. Grok gave me a Wikipedia article. That's as good as it gets. But this Dalmatian we had, I know everybody is just dying to hear about the Dalmatian. This dog, when I was little in Texas, this dog would get up and would bark at snakes. And I'm talking about like nose to nose bark at snakes. And of course, I was only like 5. I was a little kid. I don't know what kind of snake it was. It was a kind that bit dogs. I don't know. But this dog get out of barking at the snake, and eventually the snake would bite it on its nose. And that dog's head would swell up like a basketball. My mom would take water down to it because it couldn't move. It was all sick and everything. And she'd take water to it and, take it food if it might eat, might not. And it'd lay down there for a couple of days with the big old head. And after a couple of days, swelling would go down and it'd come back up to the house and it would be fine. And then this next time it saw a snake, it would do it again. As the dumbest animal. It's like, it's like voting Democrat. Just doesn't make any sense. Why? Why would you buy? You bark at the snake, you get bit, and your head swells up, and in a couple of days it goes away. You go find another snake and do it again. It's a stupid animal. Anyway, inbreeding is bad. Moral of the story: don't 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 marry cousins. Cousin love is Off the table. Don't do it. It reminds me of Fallout. Have you guys been watching that show? That you should be through them all by now. The cousin thing is hilarious. Like you can mess around with them, you just can't marry them. Oh, it's like living in the South or something. It's not just a Southern thing. It isn't. Oh, let me see if we can think of anything else stupid. Oh, I was talking about the JD delay episode. So um, it's currently ranked number 1 of 10 on my latest video performance. But I've got a tiny little bitty channel, and the 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 comments are pretty good. It's not bad. If you haven't watched it yet, please go do so. Go onto YouTube and just look up Forced Valor and give her a watch. It's the latest episode 49. 50 is already in the works. Um, Actually, 50 is done, I think. No, that's right. I skipped. So this is episode 49 with JD delay in there, but I released it a week early or a week and a half early. It wasn't supposed to release until a week from Wednesday. Episode 48 is going to release this coming Wednesday night. Um, and that's going to be the very first episode in the Pacific Theater of World War II. So we've done our old episodes from many, many, many moons ago, back a long time ago. I love it. I can't talk and type at the same time. It's a beautiful thing. I'm not a multitasker, um, but I think I've want to make sure that I've got. Yep, it's three pages back. Good grief. Oh, four. So if you look a long time ago, our third episode, um, or our fourth episode, sorry, uh, was uh, was 1943, was World War II. Um, but yeah, we did a couple World War II posts early on, and how did that get all the way to the front? That's weird. This website's stupid. I should talk to somebody about that, right? But we got all the Vietnam. We got this episode right here. That's when Brandon discovered trunnions. Just saying. You want to go discover how that happened? Um, but yeah, there's uh, there's lots of interesting things. We had King's. No, so apparently that was the only World War II episode that we did originally. I thought there were more of them, but apparently not. Um, so here's the funny thing. So anybody who didn't go and who doesn't understand the Easter egg I was talking about Thursday in the latest episode. So here's the deal. In the final episode of the World War I series, Brandon was fighting at San Miguel in September of 1918, like at the very, very end of World War One. And our second episode, or our third episode, I can't remember which. I think I accidentally skipped a number one time, but Brandon was a World War One fighter pilot at the same battle. So there's this whole thing where Brandon's actually in the same battle at the same time in two different places. Yeah, huh? Explain to me how that one happened. Yeah, there's a glitch in the matrix. Well, but yeah, so that explains the whole um, little glitch he has there, where he has the deja vu uh, during that battle when he sees the SPAD. Is it SPAD or SPOD? I think it's a SPAD uh, fighter plane. So yeah, Brandon is everywhere. He's fixing to be in Congress. Holy hell! He's got a giant behemoth calling him out after he's already done it. It's a huge bitch. Mm-mm. Blocking everybody. Everybody's blocked. Just can't get a word in edgewise because she's just gonna kick you off. I don't know. Oh man. So yeah, that's another interesting thing. Oh, by the way, got got new right here. Got some new whiskey back there. It's not really new. It's another bottle. But I have to do this because, I can't not show my stuff behind me so that, because this is this is set. This is all just decorations for the set. Tonight's whiskey is oh, you can't see that for shit. Redemption. That's that light is bright as fuck all. But yeah, this is Redemption Weeded Bourbon. Weeded bourbon's very tasty. It's a 96 proof. This is batch number 12, and yeah, this stuff is pretty legitimate. It's like a $49. Um, so this is another one. It's like Bullet. It's distilled in Indiana. Yeah. Give me a second. I'll read that. But it's distilled in Indiana and then bottled in Bardstown, Kentucky, where Bardstown whiskey comes from. Obviously, it's good stuff. Um, Ash, I'm not concerned about her gravitational pull. He can get as close as he wants. I don't think it's the gravitational pull. It's that fuck, I lost it. What's that little pink cartoon character thing that just like sucks everything in? Jeez, I lost it. I had it for a minute. I had it for a minute there and then completely lost it. Damn it. It should come to me. All right. I'm annoyed. I can't. Kirby. Fuck. Thank you. Thank you, Ash. Kirby. She does the Kirby thing. She just opens her mouth really big and just sucks everything in. Yeah. And she looks like a blueberry. Mm. Was it Violet Bor? Is it Beauregard? What is that character's name? I think it's Violet Beauregard. Yep, I was right. The brain worked for once. But yeah, Violet Beauregard looks like a giant blueberry. I That blue dress was a horrible. I know she's trying to be all like, "Oh, I'm a Democrat. My dress is blue," but you're also gigantic and round, so you look like a blueberry. Oh man, JD Delay put up a damn picture on X of her as Jabba the Hutt. Now every time I see her, all I can hear is ho 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 ho, the damn Jabba laugh. Oh. Mm. Well, she might be Gorlock. You never know. Gorlock the Destroyer. Yeah. Tonight's cigar is out again, but it's Leaf by Oscar. They're very tasty. And One of these days I may get myself a PO box. Yeah. So people can send me stuff. I don't know. If you speaking of stuff, look, one of my shirts. Look. Yes, it's fueled by luck and absurdity. When I was in Vegas at SHOT Show, I got a lot of compliments on this shirt. People need this shirt. People need to go and buy this shirt. This is actually a shirt that was suggested by one of our viewers that came from a line from our very first episode. And yeah, a little luck and absurdity. And I don't know. It's a good idea. I think it's funny. But we've had a total of 106 people. It's I expected this to be a lot. Somebody start spamming JD with this video. He needs to see it. I There needs to be a reaction. I want to know if I got the face right. Somebody needs to get this to JD Delay, and I've tagged him in it, and he's ignoring or hasn't seen it or whatever. I mean, he may not give a shit. There's that, but yeah, this needs to get someplace. I spent whole minutes making this damn episode. So, man, where oh where? Tell me, is the rest of you guys having major issues with X? Is it just me? Every time I switch over to that tab in my browser, it seems like the stupid thing has to reload. It drives me up a wall. It and of course, for some reason, when it does that, everything shifts upward, and like the little back button and everything gets stuck up underneath my tabs, and it just annoys the shit out of me. Oh man, yeah, yeah. This was it's been a wonderful day. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, it is. Your analytics. Oh, that's weird. Mine don't do that. So look at this. Anybody who has ever had a Popeyes in their town will understand this bullshit. But there's another franchisee with over 130 locations filing bankruptcy, and they're shutting those restaurants down. You want to know why? I said it. They suck. I made the comment. They absolutely suck. The one we had here, it's like playing roulette. You're playing order roulette. When you go, the people would go and get in the line, and they you sit there and wait and wait and wait, and when you get the order, it may or may not be even close to what you ordered, because the incompetent individuals working at this place just didn't give a shit, and that is why closed. Been gone for over a year now, and nobody cares. They really don't. If you, I mean, how hard is it to put a chicken sandwich in a bag? It's not. It's not that difficult. I worked fast food when I was a kid. It's worked at Taco Bell. I ran a grill at Wendy's. It's not hard. It isn't. Mm. I, this is why those people, the people who, the people who work at fast food places, restaurants, and stuff like that, they don't deserve $15 an hour because they're incompetent. They're either incompetent and stupid, or they're children. It's This is not a career. This is a beginning to a learn how to work and being a responsible adult and stuff. Showing up when you're supposed to show up, learning how to take instruction, learning how to actually fulfill, tasks and stuff. It's not the end of the. You don't go work at McDonald's to make a career of it. You don't. If you do have the intention of working at McDonald's to make a career of it, and you're not doing the management path, because they have those, and you just like, I'm gonna be a fry cook, and they don't even really have fry cooks at McDonald's, right? But I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna put buns in a machine and pull a drawer out, take hamburger patties out of it, squirt some mustard and stuff. I, that is not a career, and no, you don't deserve to get a lot of money for doing that. You don't. You don't deserve. As a matter of fact, minimum wage is stupid. I'll go on and say that. And I know everybody else has said this, but you're taking there's no competition to do things better than anybody else because your wage is set. It's so stupid. Well, I'll tell you what. I have a story. This is a great story. I'm going to tell off on myself. I think everybody who actually knows me in the real world knows that I used to have a lot of fun as a teenager. I'm all broken and messed up because I lived a lot before becoming an adult, and I worked at Taco Bell. And I will tell you, I didn't have a sober day all the way through high school, and I'm not kidding. It's like my friends called me Mooch because I smoked a lot of weed. I didn't buy very much though. I'll just tell you that much. I had a car, and I was the guy who drove people around, and that was my gig, right? I drove people around. I got to smoke free weed. That was a good gig, right? It's a good gig if you can get it. But I didn't have a sober day all the way through high school. I worked at Taco Bell on the register, right? So you're supposed to memorize the ingredients of all of the stuff that they make at Taco Bell. And yeah, I didn't do that. Couldn't remember anything anyway. And so we had, I'd get in trouble because somebody'd be like, "Is there beans on this or whatever?" And I'd turn around and look at the menu, and because they had pictures of everything up there, and I'd look, it's like, "No, I don't think there's beans on that." So I had somebody come up, and there was a big beef burrito supreme. I won't forget this for my entire life. And they're like, "Is there beans on the big beef burrito supreme?" And I'm like, I don't, I don't think so. And they're like, "Okay." So I put the order in. They get their order. They go, "Hey man, there's beans on this." So I'm like, "All right." I go back over to the people that make it. And I'm like, "Hey, I made a mistake. They meant to order this without beans." And the lady who ran that franchise must have had an off day that day because she decided to take out all of her anger and frustration on me at that moment. Now, I'm remembering this from my perspective, and I'm thinking, yeah, I don't remember making that mistake a lot. Of course, I do also just admit I didn't learn the menu. I didn't care. But she was like, "Come here, you. You're my new dishwasher." Now, I don't really have dishes at a Taco Bell. They have stainless steel like bins that they put stuff in, lettuce, onions, whatever. But you did have to wash this. Yeah, I mm, I don't want to tell off on myself too much. Needless to say, I was making a lot of racket, slamming those bins around and throwing stuff, and just being a general douche canoe because I was a teenager. And I was also not high that day. I was totally sober. I think I forgot to say that part. Um, yeah. After a little bit of my tomfoolery, she decided that she'd had enough, and I was fired. So, so I went outside in the parking lot and proceeded to Hulk Hogan my the, the polo shirt uniform. I just ripped it off, threw it down in the parking lot, was jumping up and down on it, cussing the building like an idiot. And my friend is like, "You need to go get high." So that's how my night ended. Mm. The good old days. I had another buddy of mine that worked at Wendy's. He's like, "Hey man, you want to come run the grill? We need a grill guy at Wendy's." And because he knew I'd just gotten fired, and I was like, "Sure, man, let's do that." And so I went and learned how to run a grill at Wendy's. I am telling you, you have not lived until you go and you watch the training video from the 90s that they used to train people how to run the grill. I'm not playing. It's for the sake of all this is I got to find it. I got to find it. This is the funniest shit. So hold on.
With cheese, here's the way you do it if you wanna please. Lay down the cheese in a juicy spot, but
This is
don't leave it too long or it'll get too hot. Tool it up, lay it off on the meat. Do it right, keep it neat. Drain then serve on a bun just so. Don't touch it with your fingers, that's a big no-no.
oh
To make a double cheese for someone big and mean, use two or full patties with the cheese in between. Don't melt the cheese, the patties have heat. Press them together and it's complete. Drain and serve like you did before, and you can handle any dude who walks through the door. If they don't want cheese in your doubles plain, don't press them.
so that thing goes on for like half an hour, and it's all because everything had to be a wrap back in those days, and they were bad. I mean, the, the late 80s and early 90s, the rap scene was difficult because nobody had figured it out yet, really. They really hadn't. And you know, if you've ever like watched like Grandmaster Flash, it's like that that thing hadn't been figured out yet. They were ahead of their time, right? They didn't nobody knew what they were doing. They were all just trying to figure it out. But these really cringy videos where people would make a rap out of everything. Well, yeah. So they have this thing in Wendy's called the four corner press because you know their patties are square, and so that the I gotta find this thing. So let me turn this down because this is oh Lord. Let me get to the all right. Me, you guys are gonna dig this.
Stuff like a grill that's set at 250 with the meat and cheese that's
Hold
ready
on.
to go. A
This is
towel
great.
to keep your station looking cool. But most of all, you got to have your tool.
To be clear, I did
Are
not
you
have a
with me now?
gold-plated
Get ready.
spatula.
We're gonna
Didn't.
lay them down. Now beats got grain to it just like wood. You got to follow the arrow to lay it down like you should. From the front to the back, you got to lay it down. Space it evenly, not
Nobody
scattered
does that.
around. Next, you got
Nobody
to salt
does
the
that.
meat from the back to the front to make the taste complete. Not too little, not too much. With a little finesse, you'll get the touch.
Oh Lord.
What's coming up next is our key to success. We'll turn the meat and do a 400 press.
All right,
Don't
here's the
wait
part,
too long,
right here.
I emphasize, or the meat won't reach the proper size. When things start to sizzle, you're ready to go. Gently turn the meat, but don't be slow. Just turn them over easily. We don't want a broken patty, that's a guarantee. Press out the corners 1, 2, 3, 4.
Here's the most
Rock
important
it a bit,
part.
or keep
You
it
gotta
score.
know why.
Top and bottom, left and right, and you'll get a patty that's out of sight. Press out the corners nice and wide, at least half an inch on both sides.
Oh Lord.
The reason you press, you gotta think. When the meat hits the grill, it starts to shrink.
We start shrinking when we hit that grill. You know it will. We start shrinking.
Just want you to know.
When we hit that grill, you know it will.
Oh Lord.
When you see red juice,
Okay, I just want you guys to know that they actually seriously showed this to every person that ran the grill in that restaurant for uh, for at least like a decade. I mean, it was a VHS tape. They put it in the little combination TV VCR thing, and you know that thing had been gone through over because it dragged really bad. you could see the bottom of the screen here. There's artifacts that where they transferred this over to digital. and it's the tracking's off. Oh God, I love VCRs. The technology is so funny. But yeah. Oh. So anyway, I'll also tell you that I didn't give a shit that much about the salting thing. If I was in a hurry, I wouldn't salt them. You know what? It is what it is. People people don't eat salt. It's high blood pressure and whatnot. Just gotta move. Now, back in those days, here's an interesting thing. I always tell people don't order Wendy's chili. I'll probably get sued for, but it may not be like this now. We'll just say that this is the way it was back then. So there was one of those stainless steel bins set next to the grill. We didn't have chicken sandwiches or any of that crap back then, right? I mean, we had chicken. Nobody ever ordered it, and they had some in the freezer, and that was like the only thing that, besides fries, and that was the only thing that we ever had in the freezer because they don't freeze the patties; they keep them in a refrigerator, and that's that. So, but you would put patties on the grill, and based on people coming in the door, well, it's a guessing game. It's not an exact science. People come in the door, you're like, yeah, that guy looks like he might order a double. That kid, maybe, yeah. So you just kind of guess at it. Well, if the meat sits on the grill for too long, it starts to dry out, get a little crusty. So you take those patties, and you throw them into a bin next to the grill, and they would sit there all shift. The entire time you're there, you're throwing patties into that bin, and they just sit there in the grease and it coagulates, and it's really, really nasty. At the end of the shift, you take that thing back and you put it in the fridge, right? The next day, they would grind that meat up and use it in the chili. And that's back when they had, did they call it the Frish-tastic food bar or something or another? They had salad bars in Wendy's back in the day, and you get a cup of chili and all that stuff. Oh, yeah, they don't have those anymore. But man, don't get Wendy's chili. Just just stay away from it. They have a disappearing and reappearing item on the menu at Taco Bell also. So back in the day, it was called a chilito, and then strangely enough, it disappears from the menu and then reappears later as the chili cheese burrito, and then it disappears and then it reappears again later. And the reason why it keeps disappearing and reappearing, and I don't know if they've changed their business practice on this or not, but the reason why is they would make all the chilitos in the morning and stick them in a warmer, and they'd sit under a heat lamp, wrapped up inside of a wrapper, uh, all day well, at least until people ordered them all and they all went away. They oh, it's like they wanted to give everybody food poisoning, which is what happened. People would get food poisoning. They finally figured out that the practice of making the chili cheese burritos and leaving them warmer all day was causing, bacteria and stuff to, yeah, fun stuff. Today's episode is me telling all the secrets of the fast food places that I worked as a kid. I will tell you, I still use the four corner press, even though I use round burgers, right? I make my own patties, but I still, the way that you flip the burgers and stuff and work them from one side to the other, and they're done on this side. If I cook burgers for a large group of people, and I cook 30 hamburgers at one time, no problem, and they're all perfect, exactly the same. Those they have it down. They know how to make burgers. Man, wasn't it? Nick was talking about the fat electrician. The guy worked for Colonel Sanders, was the dude that founded Wendy's. So he knew his stuff. Yeah. Ruining. Sorry, I'm ruining. Don't eat the chili. That's all I said. Don't eat the chili. The burgers are great. I love Wendy's. I love Wendy's burgers. They're my favorite. It's my favorite burger place in the town where I live. My favorite burger place of all time is Five Guys. if you've seen the video from Nick on Five Guys, that they have, man, the nearest one's like an hour from me, and they're so good. It's expensive as shit, but it is like the best burger on the face of the planet, and they give you 800 pounds of fries. And it's funny. It's like what do they call those? Is it home fries? So if you do anything with like woodworking, the term live edge, like with a live edge table, it's not cut off square. It's the actual edge of the like log. That's what I call those are live edge fries. And I should that Five Guys is great. You should treat yourself. They're great. They are. The mushrooms, the I don't know how I don't even know how to say it, man. It's just they're so good. Beautiful, beautiful. But it's like when I go to eat, when if I'm going to eat a steak, I make my own. I just it's a guy. It's a thing. I don't order steaks in restaurants. I really don't normally. I will if I'm going to order a burger or something. It's fine. It's like that's no big deal. I prefer my own because I make gigantic, like big burgers with the little dent in the middle so that they don't turn into a ball. Right. That's the secret, by the way. If you don't have a flat grill, if you're cooking on a grate, you can't press the burgers because it'll end up going through. So the secret to having a hamburger patty, when it starts to shrink, it'll get bigger in the middle. So the secret to that is to have a dent in the middle of the burger, so when it shrinks, that part doesn't expand as much as the rest of it. I actually have a burger press because I'm bougie like that, and it has a little round spot in the middle where it makes it a little thinner. Perfect. And the burgers end up perfectly flat and symmetrical and everything, and every one of them is exactly the same, and that's the way you do it, man. So if you can be one of those people who buys the cheap Walmart sleeve of burgers that are frozen with a little piece of wax paper in between each of them. You know what? You can do that. If you got people you don't care about and you're just gonna churn out a bunch of burgers, that's probably the way to go. But if you actually, give a shit and you're cooking for your own family, patty your own, patty your own burgers, man. Buy yourself a. You don't have to use expensive meat. Buy a tube of 85/15. Don't use 93/7 or 90/10. Get 85/15. 85% meat, 15% fat. That is the proper ratio for making good burgers. Anything less than 15% is going to fall apart in your grill because it's like sawdust. You need the fat. One, you're going to get flavor, and two, the burger's not going to dry out and fall apart. It's just all there is to it. You don't use anything other than 85/15. If you've got a problem with that and you're like, "Oh, that's too much fat," you're an idiot and you need to go away and never have burgers again. Because guess what? Human beings need fat in their diet. I hate to tell you that. You know what I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, I know this, but you know what your brain's made out of? Just go look. Odd fact, by the way. Did you know that an animal has the perfect amount of brain in its skull to tan its own hide? That's an interesting fact. Yes, brain tanning. It's a real thing. If you're ever going to tan a hide for any reason whatsoever, you need the brain from inside the skull. You smear it around and everything, and it tans the. Of course, you got to get all the meat and gunk off the inside of it. I did not begin today thinking that I was going to start talking about how to tan hides with the brain from the animal that you got the hide off of. That's not where I thought I was headed today. So you see that we went from fast food secrets to tanning hide with the brain. So this is what the inside of my skull is like. My thoughts, it's like they're all over the place. Just random crap, just all over the place, darting back and forth. It's the ADD. It really is. It's like squirrels. It's all squirrels all the time. I don't. But yeah. So Ash, did you hit up JD? Did you hit him up? Did you? I don't know if you did because I'm not watching X. Um, Yeah. Let's see here. I love that my stream is labeled the 12th. I've got, I've got to take. I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to take that crap off of there. I've been here, haven't said. You know what? Browsers have tabs. Ash, you're aware of that, right? They have tabs. You can do more than one thing at a time. I mean, not technically, but you can listen to this and do that. See, there I go. I have to refresh all my stuff. Oh man. Tell you what, let me look at something real quick, like mute this tab. What is muted? That's great. All right, Ash, do me a favor. Enter a something in the chat. I want to test something. Anything. Yeah, I told you to go to another tab, and then now I'm telling you to come back here and put something in the chat. I'm curious to see where it shows up first. Ah, it's exactly the same time. That's crazy. Okay, so that's an interesting thing to know. So I was watching X, and they both hit at the exact same time. So the lag may be on uh, my. Oh, I know what it is. So they hit at the same time, but there's a lag in my video. So I'm watching on my screen where I'm doing this at the same time, and right about now is when my fingers start pointing. And so you can see there's a good 5-second delay on that. Wow, it might be longer than that. Could be about 10 seconds, maybe even longer. Wow, that's insane. I didn't realize how long the delay was between what I actually said and by the time it actually gets over to X. I should check that out on YouTube too. I don't know. Huh. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's uh let's check some other stuff out here. Switch our account. You know what? I find it. Is that something I can change? I don't know that I have any choice in how long the delay is. I'm I'm horribly undereducated when it comes to OBS. I'm sure that if I was streaming directly in YouTube or X directly, that the delay would be like insignificant. So it's not something that I think that I can change using OBS because OBS is encoding it and then sending that to the streaming service, and it's doing multiple at the same time, and it's doing it through Restream. So it's got a OBS is doing the encoding, sending it, transmitting it to Restream, and then it's getting sent out from there. I didn't realize it was going to be like a 10-second delay or more. That's that's weird. I will say that it looks like, oh, so the YouTube channel changed the name of the stream, and let's see, X did not. Hey, that's neat. I didn't know that. So, so let's see if I could show you this real time. Okay. So I've got the browser muted, so you can see when I'm doing this. But this just goes to show you. So look, I put my hand up, and you can see I'm over there talking and everything. How long is it going to take for my hand to go up? See, look at this. It's a long time. Come on, put your hand up. Come on, JD, put up that hand. I don't know how long this is. Somebody keep track of it. Come on. Itchy nose. This is the weirdest thing. Oh, look, look, look. Hand. Come on. Come on with the other hand. Come on with the other hand. Is it gonna be like a half? It's gonna be like a minute. This is the most ridiculous thing. Oh, I know what we're gonna get. Watch this. This is gonna be cool. Because when I do it on there, it's going to be another picture in a picture and another picture in a picture. This is going to be interesting. Who does this? Only I do this. I'm an idiot. So I'm going to do this and I'm going to sit here and hold my hand up like a moron the entire time. Watch. See? Look. It's a picture and a picture and a picture and a picture. I wonder how many times we could do this. It's just infinity JDs off into the ether. This is the dumbest thing I think I've ever seen, and I'm doing it. I'm 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 so amused at my own stupidity. Mm. I wonder how many times it's going to do this before it just craps out. Oh, here comes another one. Here comes another one. There it is. Oh, that's funny. Does anybody do this? Have you ever seen anybody else do this? This is the stupidest thing. The fact that I sat there with my hand up, waiting for my other self to catch up. All right, I got to stop this. I got to stop this. I have to stop the insanity. Ash, you were here to see it. JD ad infinitum. It's. Oh, I'm so dumb. I have Discord sitting over here open, and it's the Pepperbox Discord, and I have people asking me questions because I said something about the redemption bourbon in there. Somebody asked me a question. I started to answer it here, like they're watching, and they're not. They're a completely different group of people. They're not watching. Too many JDs. I'm getting. Well, that's not as confused as I was because, like I said, I was sitting there with my hand up in the air waiting. Like I couldn't put my hand down and then watch the timer, right? I'm brilliant. I'm absolutely brilliant. Just saying. You know what? I really wish that JD was live. I really wish he was because I would go and stream bomb him. Yeah, I would do it. I've done it. Why not? I mean, he gets paid from it. I'd throw a super chat in there. He gets a couple bucks from it, man. I'll throw a tenner at him. I don't care. I don't mind at all. Not at all. Got to close some of these tabs because you know what? It's just too many. Let's see. Did we have anything else interesting? I asked Grok about weird crap. And here's an interesting thing. This is funny. You know, we had a lot of things about the penguins, right? With the penguin that's wandering off to go into the mountains or whatever into the wilderness by itself. Apparently, king penguins are having a bumper year here because um, the warming trends, right? Their breeding season started 19 days earlier than usual, and then in 2000. Sorry, 19 days more, earlier than in the year 2000, and it's boosting success rates by 40%. And of course, they're calling it climate change. Yes. You know what? We're not going to get into that. Not, I'm not doing it. So the drunk raccoon thing, isn't that old news? Why would that be a big deal? That can't be something new. Apparently somebody's stealing flamingos from the Flamingo Hotel in Las Vegas. Is that a thing? And and I'm talking about like live flamingos. These are actual birds. These aren't like the pink plastic things you see in people's lawn. These are these are real. This guy apparently went in and got a flamingo and took it to his room, and he is facing felony charges and a $12,000 bail. Uh, he said he claimed farm boy expertise in popping wings back into place. So apparently, I don't know if the damn thing had a wing that was out of socket, and he decided he was going to go, help. Uh, apparently, if Red Fox got not the act, he's dead. He's not doing anything. Um, an actual red fox got on a cargo ship from England and sailed all the way to the Bronx and is now in the Bronx Zoo in New York. Yeah, and then they rehomed it. What is this, Animal Day? There is a nudist board game cafe opening in Guadalajara, Mexico. I wouldn't want to be the person that's responsible for cleaning the seats. I get the feeling, the distinct feeling, that they don't clean the seats in that place. If you go to that place, you frequent that cafe, you probably want to take something to sit on. Just saying. Oh, so anyway, they're promoting body positivity and respectful coexistence in a safe artistic place or space. Uh-huh. Why are people the way they are? Why are they? I don't understand. It's just a fun times. Fun times. I accidentally clicked on the tab where multiple me's. Yeah. Where's Phil? Where's Phil? Phil's not here. Phil's almost always here. Where you at, Phil? Wonder if I can. Wonder if I can bring old Phil in from from the chat. Let's see. Let's see if I can tag him. Ha ha ha! I can. He's at a hockey game. What the? He's at a damn Philadelphia game, isn't he? Yo, you could see the chat. I'm chatting in X and it's popping up over here. I could have done that experiment myself. I could have just put something in the chat in X and seen if it was immediate. I'm an idiot. See? You see what I mean? Nobody's around on a Saturday night. I could be on Donut's server talking to other idiots. Hold on. Hold on. Let's go see something here. Who is this? No. Huh. Well, let's see here. Oh, you know what? I can appreciate that people like to get on Discord and game or somebody streams a game. I commented on his post. Did I comment on his post about the game? Told you it's too many squirrels. Interesting. Oh. Well, oh Lord, I gotta quit doing that. Shut up, me. Thank you for reposting that, Ash. I appreciate you. I know you're taking your valuable actual creator watching time to be here with me. I ought to try out the spaces. I haven't done that yet. Mess around with the spaces over in X. That might be an interesting thing to try out. Um, it's just multiple people can talk then, and there's no telling what kind of tomfoolery would happen then. You support the homies. Oh, yeah, see, the delay is killing me because you reply as soon as I say it on your end. And then I have to, you'll wait 10, 15, 20, 30 seconds or however long it is. And then you'll hear me reply to you on your end. And so on and so forth it goes. Maybe I should, I need to add another channel just for the hell of it. Why not? I should add like Rumble or something to this for the laws because why not? This is so it's let's let's talk about this is something uh worth mentioning. So the other day I brought up um channel monetization. Got to think with the delay. See? Yeah, it did uh, it also takes a little bit for me to actually notice something comes up. If I'm looking over here at my other window, I doubt. But yeah. So, look, 2208. I was at like 20 2170 something last time I brought this up. And this this channel really needs to do something, right? And I'm not saying this because I know I've got some gratitude. Not a lot of people can start a channel and get up to 3,833 subscribers in the time that I've gotten it. There's people that have been putting content out for years and don't have this many people following them, right? I understand that. I got that. However, that being said, there are people who have gotten monetized with like two videos. Show did it. Of course, Show has all of us idiots backing her, and we all like her content. Speaking of which, Show, if you happen to see this, somebody's going to have to tag her on this and say, look, put out more videos. I know that you're a busy woman. I know that you're busy and that you have a lot of stuff going on with all the shows that are coming out now and the new stuff. I know you got a lot going on. All you got to do is just put a video out. We like this, especially the cats. I like cats. I don't have any cats anymore. Um, my kitty cat passed a couple years ago, so I have to live vicariously through your cats, and so therefore, you must put content on the internet. Now I know I could watch other people's cats. That's not the point. Weird tangent. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I have gratitude for the people that are following me. Yeah, yeah. Nick is an impossible standard to hold oneself to. It's just he's like 3 million hits on was it Aldi? The Aldi video he did, short form was like 3 million. We put the thing up, went to bed, get up next morning, it's like 3 million views. Yeah. Speaking of which, that's the only thing it takes to get monetized on YouTube with the shorts is 3 million. My other channel, uh, this is this is this is horrible. So, like, I put this channel, this channel, I make little shorts of these live broadcasts because why not? And I really just started messing with this channel, and the only reason why I have 102 subs is because I put this channel as a collaborator on every single one of my Forced Valor videos. Right? You got to take man. I'll tell you what. He's not 100% wrong on this, and I know it's going to be a delay before you see this, but I got the reason I started this channel is because I got pretty sick about a year ago, and I was out of work, my regular job, for about a month, and I was in bed sick, like not going anywhere. No, no going in a car, no nothing. I was in bed all day, every day, with nothing to do but drive myself insane. So I decided to do something, and I made the YouTube channel. Like started making the videos and early and stuff. I had the website up since like February ish, January, February, somewhere around there. Um, but I decided to make videos May. I think it was like May. So yeah, it was like almost a year ago. And so it's not entirely. You take somebody who's highly motivated and always doing something and take away their ability to be creative, they're going to either go insane or get like addicted to drugs or something because you you never know when like if he's out with a torn pec, taking medicine for that. I don't know. I've never torn a pec. Don't want to tear a pec. All I know is you take somebody who's got a lot of motivation and creativity and you put them in a place where they can't really do that, they're going to come up with something to fill the gap, right? You got to do something with your time. I understand that he was motivated to do things. He was working a lot of like DoorDash and whatever he could do because he couldn't do his regular job. But I'm telling you that thing it's a real thing because I did it too. And I'm not saying that I'm successful like he is. I mean, it's just the one hasn't hit yet, and it may not. It may not. But that's not the point of the show or the show. It's not the point of the channel. It's not because I'm trying to become a millionaire because I've got a job. I do all right, you know, but I got to do something. It's like I don't have all the side businesses and all the stuff that I used to do that gets all the creative juices going and stuff. And so this is what I do in between work trips. I'll tell you what, though, I am actually thinking about starting kind of a sort of a travel blog because I travel for my job and for my regular job. So I'm actually thinking about I may start vlogging some of this stuff because I mean, show does it. No, I mean, there's been people doing that stuff for a while. Um, but I've got some. I love history, and a lot of the places that I go are like East Coast. Now, I may go out to the West Coast or something like that every now and then, but I think it might be interesting to take a day, an extra day every trip, and just find something interesting to go look at and put a video together on it. I mean, win-win, right? That- we'll see. I'm going to Charleston in about a month and a half, and I think that I'm going to have to go visit Fort Sumter. I mean, Why not? Let me let me let me plug something for you. Um, let me get off of here while I mess around. I don't want you to be bored watching me do all the typing and whatnot. But also, you know, eh, please don't. That was so the Fort Moultrie. I'll have to look that one up, Ash. But if you'll, I'm pretty sure that Jack Mandeville puts this out on YouTube too. But this is an interesting thing, and it happened. Moultrie. I don't like the feeder or like Moultrie, the game feeders and like hunting stuff. I think it's IE. I think you spelled it. I don't know. There might be multiple ways to spell it. But anyway, the Confederate captain thing you'll see right here, right? That was Charleston Harbor. All right, right next to Sumter. I'll have to take a look. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do, but I'm definitely going to stick around for a day, maybe two, on my own dime. But I tell you, I love history. I'm a nutcase when it comes to that stuff, and yeah, I think that might be interesting. I'll be in Decatur, Alabama in 2 weeks. There's some Civil War stuff there. So yeah, I think uh, so many opportunities. But so yeah, well, we'll see. I might start putting some stuff together and maybe edit a film or two or a video or two and put them up and see if anybody likes it. Yeah, who knows? That's it may not go anywhere. It may I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, well, you're the only person talking to me, Ash. I think people have popped in and then left. Got a whole. Hey, at least Tyler Vargas Andrews isn't running a stream right now. There's nobody else on right now, and there's nobody in here but me and you. We're just sitting here talking to ourselves, having a good old time. I haven't even finished the first drink yet. What the hell is wrong with me? Oh, you know what? Let me try something else here. Oh, I can't do that here because it doesn't. Hmm. I'm gonna now for something completely different. We're gonna give something else a try. We're gonna tag somebody who's not here and see if it works. Let's see if that works. You guys know who Dalton Sutton is? I think I brought him up Thursday. I know you do, Ash. It's starting to get where I'm talking to you like Peter on with Jack Mandeville. It's like just talk to somebody off screen, and the only thing is nobody can hear you talking. I tell you what, I know that my buddy Aaron, from I had to say it, is having some stuff go on in his personal life is keeping him from being able to really concentrate on streaming and all that stuff. But actually, what's for the best? Oh, that I can't hear you. Yeah, it's probably true. How the hell does this thing? Uh, I swear I thought I saw a little smoke, but no. Oh, now my fuck. There it goes. Oh, hey. Apparently, the watch guy made a YouTube channel. I haven't seen it yet. Have you guys seen it yet? Have you seen it yet, Ash? Have you seen it yet? Oh. Also, it's my all-time favorite lighter. Yes, it's a Calibri. Actually, I'm very. I don't have another one. My travel lighter is a Calibri also with an integrated cutter. I love their stuff. Uh, my V cutter, uh, Calibri as well. I think they're manufactured in England, but I won't hold that against them. But yeah, they're they got pretty good stuff. I used to carry a Calibri back when I smoked cigarettes. Um, oh, you subscribe to it. Back when I used to smoke cigarettes, I got a Calibri lighter someplace, a soft flame lighter, not a. Many years ago, back I don't know, I was in my 20s, I think. I carried that thing around for years, a little refillable click Calibri lighter, and that I don't know what happened to that lighter. It was cool. It was orange. I got a thing for orange. I've been so like my phone case is orange. Like I've got a coffee cup at work that's a Yeti that's orange, like blaze orange. My my uh my luggage when I travel is all blaze orange. Um, just it's a thing. It's a recurring thing with me, and it's not because I like the color orange. Really, it's not that. My thing is I lose stuff, and I want it to be as bright and annoying as possible. So when I go, oh, where's my phone? I can go, oh, there's the orange case. The problem is I have a tendency to lay it face up like a dumbass, so the orange side isn't up, and I still lose it. But I can, I got the watch. I can find my phone with my watch. I bring up Watson watches, and I would love to have one of those watches, but I would never wear the damn thing because um, I'm addicted to technology. I'm also old and late and lazy. Well, I am lazy mostly, but I'm clumsy. And if I fall down, this thing's going to tell somebody. I spend a lot of time in the winter in the woods with chainsaws and stuff by myself. Yeah, it's an opportunity to really fuck up. So yeah, my my parents do have quite a pretty good bit of property, and I'm the one who takes down trees there. And so I have a pretty decent set of steel chainsaws, and yeah. Well, I don't work in the same kind of job that you do, Ash. I wouldn't wear a ring or watches or anything if I did the same kind of job that you do, because I would. Yeah, I don't need to look up a degloved finger. I know exactly what that looks like. Yeah. I will say that if you work in any type of an industrial environment or any opportunity for a pinch point or for something to grab a piece of clothing or a watch or a ring, I wear like plastic rings. Now, that's not 100% a guarantee that that won't happen. It does lessen the opportunity because it's more likely to break before it rips your finger off. I don't wear plastic rings because I work in an environment where that's going to be a problem. I wear plastic rings because I, if I go to the gym, I don't want to bend my ring because when you grab hold of a bar or weights or something like that, you will just absolutely crush a ring. So uh, yeah. So when I was in high school, we had a shop teacher, who warned us about rings because yeah, people in back when I was in school actually still bought class rings, and guys would give it to their girlfriends and all that stuff, and it was a whole thing. And he was talking about that he wouldn't let kids wear rings in the shops um, at all, like not even in class, and nobody understood why. And he said that there was a grate, like a vent, a, like a 2 by 2 vent above the door to the classroom in the shop building where he taught at the school, I guess before then or whatever. And he said that the basketball players would all jump up, slap that grate, and make a noise when they were on their way into class. Because you don't always work in the shop if you're in shop. Anybody who didn't take shop in school, you don't there's class time. You got to learn about things, right? Don't just only do things. There's things you got to learn about. So one of the basketball players reaches up, slaps that grate, and his class ring caught that grate. And of course, he's up in the air, and he comes down, and his finger stayed with the ring. So not too much basketball getting played after that year. Worked with a guy named Bob. Bob worked on the railroad, uh, and his ring finger on his left hand stopped at that knuckle. Yeah, he had a ring, a wedding ring that he wore every day at work, and he was getting off of a rail car or something to flip a switch in a rail yard. His finger stayed on the rail car, and he didn't. So yeah. Well, I graduated high school in the early '90s, man. So we still had shop class back then. I was one of those guys that I was a nerd. I made good grades, but I had shop class every year, all the way through like middle school, junior high, all the way up through high school every year. Because I like doing stuff with my hands. I don't know. I can't not. I always mess with you because every time you make a post for Echelon, you've got dirty fingernails. I worked in uh, I worked in a machine shop and did residential construction and all kinds of stuff before I started working in fast food joints. And my fingernails were always disgusting underneath. And but I have OCD and like all kinds of issues with like not being able to. It's like I had fingernail brushes. I would scrub my fingernails. I had a girlfriend one time who accused me of cheating on her because I was supposed to be at work one day and I get off work and she's like, "Why are your fingernails clean? Where have you been? Who have you been with?" It's like I clean my fingernails after I get off work. I have a brush. I clean them. Like I do this every day. Do you ever notice my fingernails are dirty? I don't know. Whatever. I did well in a lot of classes. I failed. I think I talked about this. I failed sixth grade reading. I was bored out of my mind. You know, I was supposed to write a research paper, and so sixth grade, it was probably like 87, 1987. Internet didn't exist. To do research papers, you actually had to go. They had like they had man, I don't know what those are called. They're not kind of like a catalog, right? You could look a topic up and it would actually list, like here's all these books that you can look up that have this topic in them, and magazines and periodicals and all that stuff. And then you go and you look those up, and it would tell you like this magazine has an article on it, right? And here's the page it's on, the volume, issue, the time frame, all that stuff. was a cross-reference journals that had all kinds of stuff for researchers to use. They're writing papers probably for college students and stuff. It was a brilliant idea back in the day. It's kind of like the pre-Wikipedia Wikipedia thing. And I was doing my research paper on falconry, which was brilliant when you go to school in a little bitty town in southeast Missouri. Yeah, they don't have falconry in little towns in southeast Missouri. And I say southeast. I mean up around actually up around St. Louis. So it's not. I don't know. They call it the Heartland. That's the Missouri thing. What they call that. But it was close to St. Louis, in the middle of nowhere, in the hills. So yeah, I didn't do that paper. Failed English or reading. The seventh grade, I moved to Arkansas. They put me in advanced math because I left Missouri with a 100% average, and I left Missouri in the third, right after the end of the semester. Right, it's like in between the end of the first semester and then the last quarter starting. And so I started school the last quarter of the seventh grade, and which was interesting because they put me in shop class because I was in the seventh grade with shop class in Missouri, and they were nice enough to put me in shop class, even though you couldn't go to shop class until the eighth grade where I moved to. But I was the only seventh grader in shop class in that school. I think I was the only seventh grader ever to be in shop class in that school uh, up until that point because they didn't offer it to seventh graders. But they put me in advanced math because I had a 100% average in math. And I had never done algebra. They didn't do that back then. I, oh, it was awful. Someday, I think I don't know if I've talked about, there was a lot of culture shock. I'll say that. A lot of culture shock. But I've been living here since 1988. So I've been here a while. Close enough to just call this my hometown. But yeah, I want to say that I had shop class in the sixth grade when I was in Missouri. It's weird. Huh. Kids burnt down that school in Missouri. They uh they actually thought for some reason or another that would get them out of school if they burnt that school down. It didn't. And it was a shame too. Because I mean that school was the high school when my mom went to school there. And then you know the my mom's hometown was was where we moved back to. My dad, um, when he got out of the Navy, was working for a steel company, and he and my mom weren't getting along, and she was like, "Well, you know what? Screw you. I'm moving back home." And he was forced to deal with either he stayed where he was and his family move off, or he follows her. And so um, he decided to follow her. And so we all moved back to that town in Missouri. And my mom went to that school, and it was the high school for the town back then, and then it was the middle school for for our town. And the middle schools are sixth, seventh, and eighth grade. Junior high is, I think, seventh, eighth, and ninth is what people usually call that. But yeah, dumbass kids burned it down, and well, that was that. They ended up tearing down the rest of it, demoing it. Now it's just a hill with a park next to it, like a little playground, and the pool. Yeah, it's a shame. It's depressing as hell every time I drive past that place. I like that. Like that school. It was really funny. One of those things where you move to a new place and you think, hey, everything's gonna be different. I'm gonna be a popular kid. I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna have cool friends. You know what you do? You move to a new place and you get the same kind of people as friends because you're the same person no matter. It's like that. What is that saying? This no matter where you go, there you are. Yeah. But well, I think I've rambled long enough. Who knows? There might be a short or two worth of material in this stupid thing. I'm glad I could ruin your fast food restaurants there, Ash. Appreciate that. Glad you stuck around. Um, yeah, it's been fun. I'm gonna get off of here and go find somebody else to annoy for a little while. Um, one of the many Discord servers I'm in, I'm probably gonna go and hop into a voice chat and annoy the piss out of them. So, yeah. Well, it's been real. You'll survive. I know you will. Um, like I said, just don't eat the chili. You'll be fine. Or chili cheese burritos. I don't even know if that. I won't eat Taco Bell. I refuse to eat Taco Bell anymore. It's just It's not. It's not real food, man. It's not. Don't eat that stuff. It's bad. It's not good for you. So yeah. Well,